Okay, so before I get started, I definitely would like to put out a big apology to everyone who's been asking and requesting videos. I'm definitely going to try a little bit harder to make sure that I have a video up every 2 weeks at least. So today I definitely wanted to tell a good story because I feel like that's kind of what I maybe should do to make this little page a little bit more interesting. And I think it's something that everyone can kind of relate to. So I'm just going to get started. So this video is going to be about the college roommate from hell. And I don't know how else to say that. It's like, this girl's a mess. I'm a psych major. I never thought I was gonna meet like the full-on Gone Girl. If you guys have ever seen that movie, I've met the full-on Gone Girl. Like, this girl's crazy. Like, actually something is actually mentally wrong with her. So let's just start off by saying I knew this girl since freshman year. I'd say spring semester is when we all became friends, and I actually became friends with her friend group based on the simple fact that my best friend's name is Kayla, and that was her roommate and friend. So that's how I got to meet some of the people that I actually became friends with, I would say, my freshman year. And these girls, I'm not gonna act like we weren't good friends and we didn't have fun times. We definitely would, go out, have fun, party, we cry together, we laugh together. It was a good time, so I'm not gonna ever say it wasn't. And then I would say sophomore year, I still had lived with my freshman year roommate, and so I didn't know, I would go over their house and stuff, but I never knew what it was like to live with these girls. So by junior year, we needed a place to stay, so me and Kayla were like, hey, let's just live by ourselves, us two. So we started looking for 2-bedroom apartments. Well, in the group, everyone had forgot about this one girl in particular. Our gut said we shouldn't live with her. We don't want to necessarily live with her. We just wanted to live with just us two. But as a friend, you can't just not have your friend not have somewhere to live. So we were like, okay, you can live with us. So it was the 3 of us. We finally found a place, and it was great. We signed the lease, and we were like ready to go, ready to move in. Red flag number 1. The boyfriend had been living with her all summer, okay? So when it was almost time for us to move into our new house, the first text message she sent out was, is it okay if he spends the night? His house isn't ready for another week. Okay, so that was kind of but how can you tell someone who pays rent and is your friend their boyfriend can't stay? So we were just fine, whatever. We thought he would at least eventually go home. That happens. So that was fine though. It was a lot of problems with the boyfriend always being there. It was quite annoying to be honest. They would shower together, and I mean people not shower as in when everyone's sleeping and in their room they're taking a shower. I mean, I would be sitting in the living room watching TV and they would walk through with their towels on, just uncomfortable stuff. It was just too much. But the real problem didn't happen until this girl asked, could she get a dog? Okay, now anyone that knows me knows, y'all can hate me later, but I don't do dogs. They shit, they shed, they bark. I have no interest in owning a dog. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. I'm not taking care of it. I don't want anything to do with a dog. It's cute if y'all have one. I'm not owning one. I get you a fish or a turtle. You don't have to do much of anything. But anyway, so she gets this dog. We tell her technically if she's going to take care of it and stuff, I can't stop her from getting a dog as long as she tells the people that own, the house that she has one. 1, she didn't do that. 2, it turned into a mini family living in that little ass room, okay? It was the boyfriend, her, and the dog, okay? Now, mind you, Kayla had her boyfriend too, so he was always over there too. So it was everybody had their little family. Oh, and Kayla's boyfriend had a dog too, but that dog was all right. I'm not even gonna say he wasn't. He was cool. But it was a whole family of people, and then it was me. So it was pretty much 4 roommates plus a dog. It was just too much. The dog would literally bark everywhere. He would howl and cry when she wasn't there. Always in and out the house because she had to walk it. At times the poop wasn't picked up, so we had flies flying around the house. It was a hot ass mess, people, okay? I was not happy with this dog. But I tried to be as respectful as I could about the situation because she was my roommate. The problem happened when she actually just stopped being a good friend. We wouldn't hear about anything. She wasn't there for anybody. She really wouldn't talk to us about anything. She would just like to stay with her little family, which is fine. But I feel if you were once my best friend, we should be able to at least still hang out, talk. We're in college. We should be still having fun. So I kind of just called her out about, not being a good friend. And then it kind of happened. Never seen a grown ass man get upset that someone, specifically his girlfriend, found out about a surprise birthday party we're having for her when she turns 21. Okay? Nuts. I don't know how it happened, but like the other group of girls lived on 19th. We lived on 18th Street. So it was literally one block over. And they planned a surprise party for her. Well, me and Kayla didn't get the memo that there was a surprise party until one of the other girls in the house had mentioned it to us. For her 21st, she did not want a party. And so I went up to her and I was like, hey, like, why wouldn't you want to have like a surprise party? That'd be so cool. And she goes, oh, I never said I didn't want a surprise party. And it got kind of awkward. Well, fast forward, we realized that she was getting a surprise party, but we were supposed to, me and Kayla as her roommates were supposed to somehow get her to this party. Okay, people, so now you understand this is a mess. So now that she knows that she is having a surprise party, her and I are like, okay, let's practice to make sure everyone's still surprised and like act like you don't know. Well, her boyfriend is sitting there, and out of nowhere he gets so upset with us and starts going off about how I ruined his surprise party for her. He was just super rude and aggressive over a 21-year-old surprise party. Okay, it was not that serious. And I had to let him know, like, 1, you're not going to talk to me in my house crazy. 2, you should be a little bit more respectful. And 3, it's a 21-year-old's surprise party. There again, it's not that serious. So the roommate is actually watching this happen. Like, come on, dude. Like, I understand you might get uncomfortable, like, if me and your boyfriend are arguing, so you don't want to get in the middle of it. But at least tell him that's not acceptable to, to be talking to me like that, especially since I didn't do anything wrong. She didn't see anything wrong with it. So from then on, it was kind of awkward in the house because she was still trying to be buddy-buddy. And at that point, I didn't really consider her as a friend, because I kind of feel like if you were my friend, you would respect level for me and expect your boyfriend to still respect me, especially in my own home. So I wasn't really having it, really. And it turned into a situation where I actually called for a house meeting, and I was just like, dude, you're never around. Your friends miss you. You only care about this boy and this dog, and he treats you like crap. Just kind of just gave her that pep talk. Well, I don't know how it happened, but she ended up telling all these girls that we used to be friends with that I bully her, I torment her, she's terrified to come home now. She was just saying crazy things, right? And mind you, all I said was, I don't like the fact that she did not speak to her boyfriend about the situation. That is it, people, okay? Anyone that knows me knows I can be mean at times, but one thing I don't do is waste my energy on somebody else, especially enough to bully them. You're not that important, you're not that relevant, and quite frankly, I'm not doing it. It's just like not something I would do. So I was like, okay. So I ended up going over to the girl's house one day to talk about something I wanted to get for my mom for her birthday, and the girls go, you can't be in my house. And I was like, why? And they were like, we'll talk about it later. Well, they never talked to me about it later. And then come to find out that my roommate had pretty much told anyone and everyone that would listen that me and the other roommate, like I said, torment her. We bully her. She cries at night. She feels threatened in her own home. Basically playing this sympathy thing that doesn't need to really happen. Okay, so I didn't understand what to do at this point. All I know, people, is it really got to the point of what the actual fuck when I hadn't talked to her, and I would say about 2 months after this, okay? This girl's talking about she's moving out, and then at one point, she was actually telling people, like, full-on, blown-out, made-up stories. Like, did this to me today. And so the people would, of course, come up to me, because I'm friends with them, too, and be like, Taryn, like, did you do this? And I'm like, I haven't talked to a girl in 2 months. And she would literally say, Taryn beat on my door and telling me to come out, bitch, so I can beat you up. And I mean, she would actually like make up full-on stories about me to get sympathy. So right then and there, I'm like, something is actually mentally wrong with you if you are that mad that I said that I want you to speak up against your boyfriend when he talks to me disrespectfully, okay? So right then and there, I was just like, I want no parts of this girl. Take her. Wasn't talking to her already, so it's just like, fine, like, whatever. This girl turned crazy when one day she opened her door and the dog came out. And the dog was sniffing around me and trying to jump on me. And I asked her politely, I said, hey, whatever her name is. And I said, can you come get your dog, please? She goes, he's not bothering you. He doesn't bite. Get over it. And I said, okay, but he's in my personal space. I already don't really care for dogs. Could you please come get your dog, please? And she kind of was just like, no, like, relax. And so I pretty much told her, if your dog bites me, please best believe that I'm gonna mush the fuck out of your dog. And she goes, you're not gonna touch my fucking dog. And I said, but I will. And it got to the point where now she's trying to like pretty much talk about how she's gonna beat me up, which is quite laughable. And she's just saying all this crazy things. So I call my friend Gianna, okay? And I'm like, Gianna, this stuff is crazy. On the phone, Gianna hears the roommate and I arguing, and I pretty much just tell the roommate, I tell the roommate, what are you gonna do if I mush your dog? Try to tell everybody how I did this and that to you and start making up other stories. And this girl literally looks at me with the straightest face and goes, but they believe me though. Okay, so now Gianna's on the phone and she's like, did she really just say that? And I'm like, yeah, she did. I was like, so while all these people were like sitting there following behind her, the girls had already stopped, the group of girls stopped talking to me because this one girl, because the roommate pretty much lied and said I bullied her. They felt bad for her. And I'm thinking, they're all following after this one person who literally just being stupid, okay? And the fact that they believed it just kind of told me they weren't my friends, so I didn't care if they were my friends or not anymore. But regardless, the fact that this girl literally said, but they believe me though, I was like, okay. So, Mila's overall story is, please know who you're friends with. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned because in 2 weeks, I'll probably be loading another one, okay? Thanks.